Hey, I'm Mike Arnold. I am the president of Creekside Outdoor Living here in Crown Point, Indiana. And obviously with this coronavirus thing that's going around, we felt the need to address our clients and our community with how we are handling this as a company. At the moment, things are, to a certain degree, business as usual. Our fertilizer crews are out applying, our construction crews are out building, and our phones are ringing in the office for quotes for new fertilizer services and construction. With all of that, we want to take into consideration safety with everything that's going on. Safety for both our employees and our clients. And how we're addressing that, our office staff, the people who can work from home, are already doing so. And our field staff, the very nature of what we do is we're working outside, right? And so we don't feel that at the moment allowing our crews to continue to work is compromising anybody's safety. We're out in the open air. They're wearing gloves. They're typically in groups less than 5. They're not going around touching everybody. So again, we do believe that this is still a safe act. So that's the employee side. On the client side, again, we do not need to be inside anybody's house. Our clients they don't need to come outside because our crews know what they're doing. And we have constant contact with our crews. So if there's ever a question, you as the customer don't have to go outside and ask that question. You can ask us and then we relay the information to our crews. Or you can, of course, go outside. I'm just giving options here, right? Next, I want to talk really quick about in-person meetings. This is a hot topic right now. And our line of work is a lot of in-person meetings. However, it doesn't actually have to be in this certain time. If you are uncomfortable with an in-person meeting, there are alternatives. We have Apple's FaceTime, we have WebEx, we have Skype, Join.me, just to name a few. So if you are uncomfortable meeting in person for the initial consultation, for the design presentation, the contract signing, and any type of general meeting whatsoever, it can be taken care of virtually. There is nothing that we would hope to accomplish in an in-person meeting that we can't accomplish in a non-in-person meeting, if you will. Next, I wanted to talk about opportunity. What is happening right now is causing interest rates to crash. And if you are interested in a landscape project and you were thinking about moving forward and you were looking to finance, now is arguably the very best time. And I do have people that are continually taking advantage of that. As well as a small handful of manufacturers that are offering slight, not big, but slight discounts in this very short period of time. And we're talking only a week and a half to 2 week period. Next, I want to talk about prayer. One of the ways that I and my staff are handling this is through prayer. No doubt there's a lot of fear out there. This feels like a movie. Every day you wake up, you're going, is this serious? But something that I even have to remind myself of in any time, and not just this season, but something I have to remind myself of is that God is still God in the midst of chaos. God is still God in the midst of chaos. He is in control. This whole thing did not slip through his fingers. It didn't just catch him off guard. And so I want to go before the one that holds all things in his hands. And I wanted to read something from Mark 4. It's a scripture about Jesus being in a boat. I'm sure you've all heard of this. The waves are turning this thing back and forth. The people in the boat are freaking out. And Mark 4 says, "A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves." He rebuked the wind and he said to the waves. He spoke to weather. He spoke to nature and he commanded it. He said, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and they asked each other, "Who is this that even the wind and the waves obey him?" We serve a mighty God, and he holds all things in his hands, including this. So that leads me into the power of prayer. Prayer is not just a plea or a begging for something. It's also a admission that we are powerless. It's an admission that, God, I can't do this without you. It teaches us something, this whole coronavirus thing, that whatever control that we thought we had on our lives or our surroundings is a complete illusion, and we don't hold our own lives in our hands. So to pray is to lay our need to control at the foot of the cross and trust that he loves us and his plans for us are good. So if you are not part of a church and you're not really sure where to turn to have somebody join in prayer for you and with you, I would love to be that person, as would some of my staff. And this isn't some sort of marketing gimmick. This is, I wish that we had the means to donate $2 million to some local food bank, but I happen to believe that prayer is exponentially greater than that, exponentially more valuable than that. So again, a couple members of my staff and I are going to be receiving submissions for prayer requests, and they can be with your name, they can be without your name, they can be with your email address, and if you'd like us to follow up, we can follow up, but we just want to be there for the community to be able to send in prayer requests and know that somebody is joining them in prayer. So if you go to www.creeksidennwi.com/prayer, you'll see what to do there. Thanks a lot.